All right, statistics students, I'm back for the second part of section 5.3. So this is, I probably should say, this is 5.3 part 2. All right, and we left off on example 3. Find the z-score, so again I need my curve, that has 96.16% of the distribution's area to the right. So that means 96.16% of this curve is shaded to the right. When it's to the right, it's called a critical value. And when you have a critical value, you got to do 1 minus 0.9616. And if you do 1 minus 0.9616, you get 0.0384. But that's not your answer. That's the answer to the critical value. It says find the z-score. So I got to go. Now I got to go to second dister. Inverse norm is number 3. You type in the 0.0384. The mean is 0. The standard deviation is 1. We're always going to the left. Hit enter, paste, enter, and you should get, if you round that to 2 decimal places, 1, 2, 5 and above, give that a shove, negative 1.77. And there's the first page. Here we go, page 2 of section 5.3. Recall that if a value represents the 83rd percentile, otherwise known as P83, then 83% of the data values are below X and 17% of the data values are above X. Find the z-score that corresponds to each percentile. So this is the 5th percentile. The 5, if it's a 5th percentile, the 5 is the same thing as 5%, which is 0.05. Now I'm going to go to inverse norm, second dister, inverse norm. The area shaded is 0.05. Mean is 0. Standard deviation is 1. To the left, hit paste, hit enter. And if I want this to 2 decimal places, it should be z equals negative 1.64. Here, the 50, since it's the 50th percentile, is the same thing as 50%, which is 0.50. So now I'm going to go to second dister, number 3, but now my area shaded is 50%. Mean is 0, standard deviation is 1, hit paste, hit enter, and the answer is z equals 0, which makes sense. If you go back to this picture, I want 50% of the curve shaded. 50% is half the curve, and the curve is at 0. So this makes sense. P90 would be the 90th percentile, which would be 0.90. So now go to second dister number 3, change the area to 0.90, paste, enter, and you should get z equals 1.28. 10 is the 10 percentile, which is equal to 0.10. So go to second dister, number 3, 0.10, 0, 0 left, paste, enter, and you should get z equals negative 1.28. P20 would be the 20th percentile, which is 0.20. Second dister number 3, change that to 0.20 and hit enter, and your answer should be to 2 decimal places. Z equals negative 0.84. And P99 is the 99th percentile, which is 0.99. Second dister number 3, 0.99, hit paste, and you should get 2.33. And there's how you find the z values that correspond to a given percentile. The next section, we want to take a z-score and turn it to an x value. so that we can transfer or convert from here to here. So I'm given a Z is 1.96. Oh, hold on. A veterinarian records the weights of cats treated at a clinic. The weights are normally distributed with a mean of 9, so I know my middle of my curve is 9, and a standard deviation of 2. So that means the width of each bar is 2. The middle's 9, and the width of each bar is 2. Find the weight corresponding to a Z-score of 1.96. So 1.96 would be what here, given that this is a 9 and the width of my bar is 2. There's a formula that you're going to use. You put X equals mu plus Z sigma. Make sure your equal signs are lined up. Mu is the mean is 9, plus Z is 1.96. Sigma is your standard deviation, and that is a 2. Pick up your calculator and type in 9 plus 1.96 parentheses 2, and you get 12.92 pounds is your answer to that one. Here we go. X equals mu plus Z theta. Make sure your equal signs are lined up. Again, the mu is 9, but now the Z is negative 0.44, and sigma is the standard deviation, which is still 2. So I have 9 plus negative 0.44 times 2, and you should get 8.12 pounds. And my next one, X equals mu plus Z theta. The mu is 9, the Z is 0, the sigma is the standard deviation with is 2. We should be able to do this one in our head. 0 times 2 is 0. 9 plus 0 is 9 pounds. Next one, example 4. A veterinarian records the weights of dogs treated at a clinic. The weights are normally distributed with a mean of 52 pounds and a standard deviation of 15 pounds. Find the weight corresponding to each Z-score. X equals mu plus Z sigma, but now my mu is 52. Z is right here, negative 2.33, and my standard deviation is 15. Pick up your calculator, type in 52 plus negative 2.33 times the standard deviation of 15, and you should get 17.05 pounds. The next one, X equals mu plus Z sigma. The mu, the mean, is 52. The Z is 3, and the standard deviation is 15. 3 times 15 you should know is 45, so you're just doing 52 plus 45, and your answer is 97 pounds. And the last one for this page, X equals mu plus Z sigma. The mu is 52. The Z is 0.58 times the standard deviation of 15. So make sure my equal signs are lined up. So I type in 52 plus 0.58 times 15. Uh-oh, I think I have too many parentheses. Hold on. Clear. Let me do it again. 52 plus 0.58 times 15. Hit enter, and you should get 60.7 pounds, and that's page 2. And I apologize, but again, uploading these videos to YouTube is not as easy as you think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another timeout, and I'm going to upload a third video for the third page. So just be patient with me, and I'll have a third video ready to go for you in just a second.